This is TechCrunch.
CES 2025 officially kicks off today in Las Vegas, though things have been happening since the weekend. TechCrunch is covering all the reveals and unveils, so check out TechCrunch.com for the latest. Here's a few things that people are talking about today to be on the lookout for in the near future. Toyota is exploring rockets. That's according to Chairman Akio Toyoda, who announced on Monday that there is this idea of moving people through space. The rocketry mentioned at the CES 2025 stage came while Toyota was in the middle of explaining how he views his company's myriad technologies as an invention by multiplication. He said, when it comes to what's possible when you work together, the sky's the limit. After a dramatic pause, he continued. And speaking of the sky, we're exploring rockets too, because the future of mobility should not be limited to just Earth or just one car company, which could have been a possible dig at Tesla, whose CEO Elon Musk is also the founder and CEO of SpaceX. Now, Toyota initially did not offer any details except for showing a rendering on stage of a rocket designed by Interstellar Technologies, which is a private Japanese spaceflight company that's working on a small launch vehicle made to put satellites into space. After the conference, Toyota and other executives elaborated on the idea, telling TechCrunch that the company is working with Interstellar Technologies to explore what kind of telecommunications network should be established to support the needs of Woven City, a prototype city located on 175 acres at the foot of Mount Fuji, designed to be a living laboratory. Toyota first announced plans to build the city back in 2020 and announced on Monday that the first phase is now open. The CEO of Woven by Toyota told TechCrunch during a media briefing that when you think about cars that will be constantly moving, you need to have appropriate telecommunications. This means that the communication should not be interrupted or disrupted. He also noted that Woven City's location is mountainous, making it appropriate to explore what would be the appropriate communication network infrastructure to support autonomous vehicles. The executives also confirmed that Woven by Toyota has invested 7 billion yen, which is equivalent to about $44.3 million, into Interstellar Technologies. Spaceflight is a wild idea to tease at the end of a press conference, though a move like this has some precedent. Sony surprise announced it was working on an electric car 5 years ago at CES and barely gave the news more than a few minutes of stage time. Toyota, meanwhile, has been lambasted for years for its overly cautious stance on developing electric vehicles. Not only does that now look like a prescient move as big automakers scale back their ambitious plans for electrification, maybe Toyota simply had its eyes on a much different prize: space. John Deere has a bunch of new products that it just showed off at CES 2025, including an electric robot lawnmower meant for commercial-grade landscaping. Powered by a 21.4 kilowatt per hour battery, roughly a quarter the size of what you'd find on a passenger EV, the company says the mower is supposed to be able to operate for about 10 hours. It uses 4 pairs of stereo cameras, 2 on each side, to see in 360 degrees. Being electric, the mower is much quieter than its gas-powered predecessors, which John Deere claims will allow for jobs to start earlier in the morning. But the company's not hiding that it expects the mower could replace human labor. In fact, in the materials distributed to the press ahead of the show, the company cited a report from a landscape management software company that said keeping qualified labor on staff was a major challenge. John Deere's chief technology officer said that our agriculture, construction, and commercial landscaping customers all have work that must get done at certain times of the day and year, yet there is not enough available and skilled labor to do the work. Autonomy can help address that challenge. John Deere's other CES 2025 announcements also center around autonomy and are a lot bigger, literally. There's an autonomous orchard tractor that can blast spray crops. It will start as a diesel-only tractor, though John Deere says a battery electric tractor of comparable size and capacity will follow at some point. The company also showed off a larger 9RX tractor for tilling fields, which uses a 16 camera array. The biggest is an autonomous articulated dump truck, which is built for quarry operations. Now, these types of sites have been leveraging autonomy for a while now, and the new 460p tier dump truck John Deere showed off at CES is the latest entry. Each of those products will help augment the kind of important but unglamorous work that many people never really think about, and those are likely to replace or augment labor just the same. But it's the robot mower that most of us are likely to actually encounter sometime in the future. We just don't know when. A rep for John Deere says exact timing isn't being shared right now. For more coverage of CES 2025, check out TechCrunch.com.